Hey guys, SoCal Val here. You are listening to the Hitting the Turnbuckle podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to the Hitting the Turnbuckle podcast. This is our Rev Pro review show. The first ever time the Hitting the Turnbuckle lads have attended a Rev Pro show. And oh my God, what an event it is. I'm your host, Andy Burrows, and I am joined by my illustrious co-host and good friend, Mr. Adam Cousins. Adam, how are you, mate?
Just about settled down after the show yesterday.
Jesus, mate. Are we allowed to start the show with a hot take?
You can start the show however you want.
We went to Money in the Bank last weekend, right?
Yep, we did.
I'm saying this right now. That Rev Pro show that I attended yesterday was better than Money in the Bank.
I can't disagree.
I'm throwing it out there.
I can't disagree with that.
But the Bloodline storyline was great at the end of Money in the Bank. That's that side. But the Rev Pro show that we attended in London yesterday for our first time going to see these guys, incredible. One of the best wrestling events I think I've ever seen in my entire effing life.
Yeah.
What an event, mate. I mean, where do we start?
Well, let's start with, we'll start with the first match, which is generally what we generally do. Now, we always say on this show, start your first match hot because it will, it's a great opener to do it that way. They didn't start the match hot. They gave us fucking second degree burns. That's how hot. Connor Mills, Robbie X. What more can you say?
Mate, I need oven gloves for this one, mate. What a way to start a show. Yeah, you are right. We say all the time.
Yeah.
I love it when wrestling events start like that. We say it when we review SmackDown, when we review AEW, when we review Impact. And they start with a slow-ass promo or there's a backstage segment. Rev Pro went, fuck that. We're starting off hot. Wow. That is, you and I have been watching wrestling our whole lives, pretty much since we were 5-6 years old. We've watched wrestling. That is one of the best live matches I've ever seen. You and I were, and Rachel were about 8 rows back. Coming down the ramp. We had great seats. Yeah. That is one of the best experiences I've seen from a live wrestling match. Transfixed. They done what wrestling should do. They got into it. They didn't pander to the crowd. They literally got in the ring. They were flying all over York Hall. They were flying into the crowd. That is one of the best wrestling matches I've ever seen in my entire life.
I was just going to say, we obviously the shows that we've been to, you can go WrestleMania or SummerSlam, live events. Opening contest wise, can't be beaten.
No, you're going to have to go some to, and you're going to have to go some. The one thing you want to do from a wrestling event is, and from a TV point of view, there's people watching Rev Pro that were live on demand. There's us in the York Hall watching it. You want to get the crowd invested straight away. Yep. If you weren't invested in that event yesterday after that opening contest, then never go and watch wrestling ever again, mate. No. It was what two great talents in the ring, mate. That you always say to me all the time, once when we go to these UK events, if you saw half this talent rock up on WWE or AEW TV in the next 2 weeks, you wouldn't be surprised. I'd go and put most of that Rev Pro roster on the WWE and AEW TV and say, just go for it. You wouldn't be entertained. I mean, geez, we got to see Will Ospreay live. He was at Forbidden Door 2 weeks ago, and he put on another banger yesterday. But, mate, the opening contest was incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, and obviously Connor Mills picks up the win and becomes the new Cruiserweight champion. It's slightly controversial, but we're not going to get into that. It doesn't take away from that match. I mean, those chops, we were in the back.
My chest's still hurting now, and I weren't even involved.
It was a totally amazing match. And then what I liked about the next part, because the next match after that was Trent Seven and Shay Samuels. Now, because Trent Seven and Shay Samuels have been on they've been WWE, they've been Impact Wrestling. It went from this high octane, real sort of fast paced, flippity floppy match, absolutely outrageous, to what I would say is a TV style main event match, because these guys were so experienced. They knew what, I'm not saying the other guy didn't know what they were doing, but because they've been to these promotions, they can work the match they've done. So it was a TV style main event quality second match.
The whole event for me was TV style, just from the way that the whole event was set up, the acoustics, the screens that were literally right behind us. We were fortunate. We were sitting in front of the two commentators. By the way, they were incredible. We got to meet them. What cool dudes they were, man. And that made the event even better for me because I could hear, like usually when you're at a live event, I said to you about Money in the Bank, you kind of had to adjust to not hearing Michael Cole. We were so lucky yesterday at Rev Pro. The commentators are right behind us. So we had the event within the event. We got to hear them. But yeah, Trent Seven, obviously these guys know what they're doing. Again, though, they put on another barnstormer of a match. They built it up really, really well. And again, I can't fault it. What I liked was just how Rev Pro seem to, they know they've got an audience already engaged. And some wrestling companies, including WWE and AEW, they start off really hot and then, like follow that. And they can't. Yeah. Rev Pro, every single match yesterday was like, follow that. They went, all right, follow that. Okay. Follow that. Okay. Every match we were just like, this is incredible. There wasn't one bad match in this entire card. Every single one. I was like, occasionally when you're at wrestling events, you might be like, I'm just going to pop to the loo. I'm just going to go and get some merchandise. I might go and get a beer. I didn't leave my seat. I made sure I quickly went at the end of the match to go to the toilet, come back at the start of the women's match. And yeah, you get to see Trent Seven wrestle live and in person and that close and meet him and interact with him. Dude, incredible.
And of course, he one with his feet on the ropes, and that will play on to something that happens later on, which we will discuss. But ultimately, Trent Seven picks up the win. Now, I'm going to throw one out there because this was the third match, and I'm going to say this was probably up there with one of my favorites of the night, which was Tom Lawlor and Luke Jacobs. Because what I liked about it was there was two hard-hitting guys, so they were going for it in terms of hard-hitting clotheslines and chops and cross. But Tom Lawlor adds the extra element of being a submission specialist. So what I loved was he was trying to change everything into a submission. He was trying to catch him in a chokehold or put him in a lock or do this. That made that match even more better because from all that hard-hitting stuff, when Luke Jacobs went to the top, he done something, he caught him in a guillotine.
Caught him in a guillotine, yeah.
Always trying to get that submission hold. And that's where that little contrast in style, or where they've got similarities, but he's got that extra little bit there. Made that match so good because he was trying to always trying to lock that submission in. For me, even though I don't really think I could choose a match of the night because it was so close. But in a match that when I first started, I was like, okay, this is going to be, I knew it was going to be hard hitting, but because of that extra element of submission, it made it so much better.
Yeah, I mean, if you put him in pink and black and told me that was Bret Hart, I'd believe you. That's the biggest compliment I can give that match. It was incredible. And like you say, you went from a couple of high flying matches and stuff like that, and then to the technical side of it. You had two contrasting styles in a wrestling ring, but they just kept you engaged for the whole match. Don't get me wrong, I loved all the high flying stuff, and at one point they were in the crowd in some of the matches. I love all that, but this for me was wrestling. And I think they mentioned it in the show. This is not just wrestling, this is British wrestling. And this really, we've been to many UK shows over the last 6-7 months. This opened my eyes even more to the great talent that we've got in this country. We've been fortunate enough to see some of these guys already, and like you say, about Trent Seven and you've got Michael and stuff like that, but every single person on this card opens your eyes even more to what such a great pool of talent that we've got in the United Kingdom, mate. And this match, just another one. I'm literally not going to sit here. I cannot say anything bad about this show. Absolutely zilch.
No. And it was great. Obviously, Luke won it with a really powerful clothesline, which kind of old schooly finish, which was
school
nice.
JBL kind of vibes, yeah.
And he's really, obviously, no disrespect to Luke, I hadn't really didn't know much about him prior to coming into to Rev Pro, so I wasn't that clued up on his background or anything like that. Obviously, going to do a lot more research on him going forward, but he's got something there, that boy.
Yeah, most mate, they all have. Like I said at the start of the show, you could ring up AEW and WWE tonight and say, do you need some talent? I'll give you all the Rev Pro roster because they are that damn good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Rev Pro wouldn't want you to do that.
No, let's not. Let's keep them.
But we'll keep them. Now, the next match before the interval was one, again, I cast your minds back to like early 90s, right? You've got the Powers of Pain, the big style, strong tag team. And on the other side, you've got the Rockers. Shawn Michaels, Mighty Jannetty. Greedy South, with them like the Powers of Pain, demolition type character. Subculture was the Rockers, you know?
Dude.
And that match, again, contrast of styles. Big, burly tag team, small, quick tag team on the other side. Love the way that Greedy South working that whole cut the ring off, knock the opponent off, make sure he's got no chance of getting the tag. Yeah, isolated. Subculture are trying to do all their flips and their running and their flops off the top rope and all their really quick, you know, attacks, which were working in bits and pieces. But for me, this was it was an old school tag match with a 2023 twist.
You've literally just taken the words out of my mouth. I thought this, I mean, we say all the time when we started this podcast, God knows how long ago now, we talked that tag team wrestling seemed to be a dying art. Anyone that gets a chance to go, I'll go on Rev Pro on demand. I've literally signed up today, by the way. I'm not missing another event they do. Go and watch this tag team match. Yeah, it was proper old school tag team wrestling, but you are 100% right with a 2023 twist. Again, you were just engaged. The crowd for it. There was one guy over to my right just running up and down like an absolute nutter, going completely mental during this match. But some of the stuff they were doing, you were like, holy fuck. Me and you were looking at each other at some point. Going, I can't believe what I've just seen. Some of the moves we've seen, you think you've seen it all in wrestling. You've seen people jumping off the top of a Hell in a Cell onto the table. But I think when you're in these smaller venues, though, and you're literally that close to it. That's probably, I'm saying that's why I enjoyed this more. But I honestly was so invested in this entire event, match after match, and that tag team match, and the finish was incredible. I think I filmed it. I've tweeted it out. I've got the end of that match. You know, they were on the ramp right next to us. Yeah. That's where it started, and it ended up back in the ring for the 1, 2, 3 new tag team champions. Again, mate, 10 out of 10 this match. Absolutely. Yeah. Good luck choosing a match of the night because I think I've got it. But honestly, I could throw them all up in the air. And if you said to me, that was a match of the night, I'd be like, yeah. Or if you said that's match, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Incredible.
Exactly that. And congratulations to Subculture.
Yeah.
We've had Flash on the show before.
Flash is a good dude, man.
Good dude. But wonderful. And, you know, listen, Greedy South, they may have lost, but you can go down in defeat like that. And it's not
had the titles for quite a while as well.
Yeah, they did.
Tremendous talent.
Exactly. Nice little interval then to this point. Gave us a bit of time to catch our breath and think about how on earth.
Go and meet Trent 7.
Go and meet Trent 7 in your case. And how can this show get any better? But we still got to come Zack Sabre Jr., Will Ospreay, and Oku. So you kind of think, well, it's going to get better. And it did. It come back from the intermission. We had the 4-way eliminator to unify these women's championships at the Southside one as well. So the way that this match was is you can either lose by pinfall submission or throwing over the top rope. And this was Alex Windsor, Skye Simpson, Hyan, and Dana Luna from Subculture.
Yes.
Again, really explosive start. Got the crowd back because obviously sometimes when you come back off the break,
from the interval, I got it.
You know,
no. Boom. Again, I don't know. Hopefully this is the thing with Rev Pro. Like you say, this is the first time. Obviously we've heard of them. I've seen a few bits online. We've interviewed a few of the talents that we've got coming to our show. Buckle up on the 23rd of July. But this seems to be, they get you. They get what I think. The good thing that I noticed about Rev Pro and, a couple of the fans that we met while we were speaking today, they know what their audience want and they deliver. Yeah. They're not one of these, they don't seem to be one of these companies that go, no, it's either our way or the fucking highway. We're doing it how we want, or if you don't like it, tough shit. No, they seem to go, right, this is our audience. I kind of got the vibe of, we know what you guys want and we're going to give it to you. And these girls, Jesus, man, again, I can't say nothing bad about this match. I was watching it and me and you were looking at it and Rach was there, your other half, and we were all just like, this is unreal. Some matches you watch, like you say, after an interval, you need to get it back up. Look at all the times you followed like Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H at Hell in a Cell, and then you have to come on and follow that. This kind of thing, the crowd were back into it. Everyone was back in their seats. It was. I like you can pin forward submission. I like the over the top rope bit, and the champion went out fairly early-ish, so you knew that there was going to be a new, and you could see all the regulars from Rev Pro around us were kind of like, holy shit, this is a big deal. And then they put on a great match, and it was a good way to finish it. You got a new champ, and dude, honestly, I was just like, I needed to go and get another drink after that match. I was like, quick, any chance of another interval here, please? I might need another 10 minutes.
the way that obviously Dani Luna got eliminated first. Then you're right, the Southside champion, Skye Simpson, kind of eliminated herself, really. She was running after Windsor and the news on. Then we had the ref bump, a little altercation on the outside with Stimson and Alex Windsor's manager. They had a thing that both refs then went to the back, which there was no referee in the ring. Windsor, chair shot, chair shot, chair shot.
She was laying that chair shot as well, by the way.
Wasn't she?
Fucking hell, she ain't holding back here. I loved it, mate. It was brilliant.
Yeah. And then she, I think, the half crowd got the win. The referee finally come back and then attacked her manager at the end of the match.
Kicked the living shit out of her, not just attacked her. I was like, this is wrestling. This is why we love this industry, man. It was unbelievable. And
then we go from that to one of the best technical wrestling matches I've seen since Kurt Angle, Shawn Michaels, or ever. You could argue. Zack Sabre Jr., Jordon breaks. I didn't know a lot about Jordon breaks coming in. I'm straight, hands up, didn't know a lot about
same, hands up.
Certainly know a lot about the kid now. Jeez, I mean, again, this was one of those. You look back and you look at the Kurt Angles, or you look at the technical wrestlers, even Bret Hart, where they've got you in a hold and then you reverse it and they reverse it to another hold and you reverse it to another hold and they reverse it to another hold. Pinfall, flip.
The poor ref when he was doing the one. I was like, this dude's blowing out of his arse here, bless him.
And Zack, we knew Zack Sabre Jr. was one of the best technical wrestlers in the business. Obviously, we didn't know a lot about Jordon Briggs, but we do now. I don't know how the hell can we keep going?
Dude, this whole event, mate. I mean, I'm telling you, you're going to have to go some to beat this event this year. And we've watched WrestleMania, Money in the Bank. We're going to All In at Wembley Stadium. I'm going to put my money on that the Rev Pro event on the Saturday before All In is going to be better than All In. If it's that kind of caliber, if this is the kind of show that they put on, why can we get this company, put a rocket on its back and fucking launch it? Because it could be even bigger than it is now. I mean, we don't know how big Rev Pro want to go, and we watch all wrestling, WWE, AEW, Impact, in NXT, everything, you name it, we'll watch it. I'm telling you now, this was easily my most favorite show of the year. The match we're talking about now is easily one of my most favorite matches of the year. You know, the holds that they were doing, the moves, some of the moves you don't even see in the big leagues, shall we say, in WWE and AEW, and you're just thinking, fucking hell, man, this is why we love wrestling. This is why wrestling fans, it kind of took me back to why I got into wrestling. It's kind of when I was younger, and the Attitude Era, and they did, and the promos when they were, saying words that we're not going to say on this show because we do get some kids listen, but they were saying things, and I was just like, this is why I love wrestling, man. I'm literally 5 yards away from a wrestler. The show that they're putting on, the crowd, everything that was involved in this Rev Pro production was just out of this world. Yeah,
it was incredible. And these guys, I mean, they didn't let up for that one went on for quite a while as well.
That was a good, what was that? Good 25, 30-minute match, I'd say.
It would have been around.
And again, some of the Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, the chops and the kicks, and we're sort of flinching 9 rows back.
In the crowd, and oh man, it was just incredible. That's what I liked about Rev Pro as well. We've been to many UK shows, and some of them you've got to know your audience, and you can't exactly be doing somersaults into the crowd.
No,
fucking Rev Pro didn't give a shit. They were flying over the top road. They were literally moving people out the way, saying we're fucking coming through here. Absolutely, it reminded me of the original ECW.
Yeah,
at times with the way the crowd were. I'm looking around thinking, fucking hell, they're into this. Yeah. And I was into it. You were into it. Rachel was into it. I was like, it reminded me of the original ECW when they were in New York. Was it the ballroom?
Hammerstein Ballroom.
Hammerstein Ballroom. It reminded me of that kind of feel. There was people with beers, they were chanting. It was just incredible, mate. Yeah, and I think that's why I was so invested, because it kind of took me back to why I love professional wrestling. We get it all the time. Oh, why do you watch wrestling? This is why. For nights like last night is why I like wrestling. I get to sit here now. I've got nothing bad to say about the event, about the company, and it was just good. British wrestling.
It was. And then after that, of course, Ricky Knight Jr.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Challenges Zack Sabre Jr. to a match, obviously at the box the next one in August.
Mm-hmm.
Gathering it's going to be accepted, and those two will collide. Then, of course, we come to Sir William of Ospreay, the man, the myth, the legend, the man that come out looking at AJ Styles. He was with Callum Newman, which was his apprentice when he come out against Leon Slater. And again, new to Rev Pro, didn't know a lot about Leon. Obviously, if you don't know who Ospreay is, what the hell are you listening to this?
Yeah, don't listen.
We were waxing lyrical about Omega Ospreay a couple of
This
weeks.
was better.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, it was on a par.
Yeah.
I said Ospreay and Omega was my match of the year. Watching this yesterday live, like I say, maybe because we were there and we were 9 rows back, I was thinking to myself, fucking hell, this is unreal.
Yeah.
This is literally, we were lucky to watch it. And don't get me wrong, Will Ospreay's going to, I don't know what he's going to do with AEW. He's going to go all in and stuff like that. He could be big time soon. You know what I mean? So who knows where he's going to go in his career. But, geez, to witness that match live, and again, so what got me was the speed. When you see it on TV, you don't, when, you think, oh, it's just hitting the ropes, they're coming off, they're doing a move, it's a suplex, yada, 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 there's a flip. Fucking hell, when they were flipping onto the ropes, back, like the old version, like the diamond cutter, and they were doing, it's the speed that they do it at, and how it was just, no one was hesitating. It was like bam, 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 bam. For me, seeing that live and up person, it's different to watching it on TV, because when I watched Omega and Ospreay at Forbidden Door, I was thinking, fucking hell, this is incredible. Yesterday, when I'm seeing that live, I'm like, just the speed that they've done things and the intensity that they kept up for pretty much the entire match. Some matches you have a little lull. They might go into a little grapple. They'll have a little sleeper hold. There'll be a segment on the outside of the ring. This one, Rev Pro just went, fuck it, we're going out for 25 minutes and we ain't stopping.
Yeah,
and
they did.
It was incredible. And the ending, they obviously had all the melee and stuff like that.
And then, of course, Bullet Club.
Mate, when that music hit, me and you were like,
obviously, I was wearing a Bullet Club shirt. Out comes Dan Maloney from the Bullet Club. Was looking at Ospreay at this point, because Ospreay went through the match. I mean, Leon Slater was, every time Ospreay went for a finisher,
kicking out,
countered or kicked out, or kicked out. Finally hits, I think it was a Tiger Driver or something along those lines to get the win. Maloney comes in, Ospreay leaves, and he's like, I'm in your head. As long as Slater's there, I'm in your head. Bam!
Bam!
Maloney absolutely I mean, Slater was already like half gone because of the time the medics were in the ring checking him out.
Yeah, kind of the match had just been put
Maloney just comes in, absolutely annihilates poor Leon Slater. May have had to carry him out on a stretcher, I don't know. I think, but that obviously sets up the match. I imagine it's going to happen at some point. Will Ospreay, Dan Maloney from Bullet Club against United Empire.
Dude, I don't know, mate. Yeah, can Rev Pro like sell like a season ticket? Like you get a football match.
Yeah,
buy a season ticket for all their events. Just take my money now. Just literally take my money. I mean, fair play to them. I mean, just proves how big of this company is. If you're getting the likes of Will Ospreay coming on your show, Dan Maloney's and stuff like that, Trent Sevens. Will's just come off Forbidden Door. Which was broadcast worldwide and to an audience, and he come on. I'm telling you now, mate, that match was up there with the Kenny Omega match for me, absolutely. And like you say, the ending. What I like about Rev Pro is they're very old school, early WWE Raw. That the storytelling is very good. They make you. We say this all the time. Make me want to watch your next event. Make me want to watch your next TV show. Fucking hell, Rev Pro had me after the first match. Yeah, I'm on my phone at the interval. I go, well, where are they next? When am I going?
We were literally looking at it.
We've talked today in our WhatsApp group. We're definitely doing the one in September. The day before All In is. I
can't do that.
I'm gonna try my absolute darndest. Me and Dave might have to jump in a car and head down from the meet and greet. But yeah, they had me invested from the vet, and that, I think as a company, that's probably what you want. If you're getting new people come through the door, people like us, we host a show, we talk about wrestling, but if you're getting, that's what you want your company to grow, you want more people invested, you want people like me and you sitting here talking about it like this. That's what Rev Pro they need it. It's great for their product, it's great for their talent, it's great for everyone that puts in effort behind the scenes. I mean, I said it at the start, the setup, fucking incredible.
Yeah, considering.
Honestly, I like the sound. The pyro was amazing. Maybe because we were literally right next to it. The screens behind us, it was just It was a proper wrestling event.
Dan Maloney was like, "Give me the smoke."
Yeah, give me the smoke. Yeah, it was brilliant. He was like, "Where is it?" But no, mate, just incredible, man.
And now we play.
Oh.
The main event of the show, our good friend, someone who we've got coming on our show in a couple of weeks, and buckle up, Michael Oku. Was challenging for the world title. So a bit of a story about this one. The Great Okan absolutely destroyed Michael Oku 5 years ago.
Oh yeah, on the debut,
yeah,
debut Rev Pro.
Rev Pro. He basically decapitated him.
Pretty much.
And I think he cut him open at one point. They went into the crowd. I heard this big crash 1 minute over one side of the arena. It was looking like it was going to be that way. There was limited offense every now and again. Oku was getting some quick bits and pieces in, but then as soon as he went for something remotely big, bam, he was clobbered again by the Great Okan. The one thing I did like was Oku started working the leg, which was really important.
Sell it.
Come later on. Big frog splash on the leg. He was working it. There was interference on the outside of the ring. With Khan's manager and Oku's valet. I think it was Amira, is it?
Yeah.
There was it. Then he went to springboard over the top. I hit Amira, and that's when I thought the end was coming.
I did as well. By the way, she took a fucking bump there, by the way.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
Fair play to her, mate. She's a tough cookie, that woman. We'll talk about one of the spear that she hit at the end was fucking, I thought I was watching Edge. It was incredible.
Yeah, she took a big bump to the outside. When he went back in, I kind of thought at this point that because her hair was hitting his finisher, I kind of, that's it. That's how it's going to pan out. No. He kicked out again. And then he locked in, what was the submission? Was it a crab or some kind of...
Yeah, but then he leant back.
He leant right back.
When obviously Amira come in, hit the spear.
Yeah.
And that was all a big melee. I feel I'm so glad I got the end to that match. Anyone who wants to see it at HCT Buckle, we put it up there. And I know a few of the guys at Rev Pro have shared it. Just admiring Amira's spear and how her clothing, she kept in that dress to do that spear. Wow.
Yeah, very.
A lot of people have commented on Twitter how impressed they were. But she played such a big part in that match. Both of them did. I can't remember the guy's name, the manager of the other guy, played such a big part in it.
Gideon Gray.
Mate, what a part he played, by the way. Yeah. Absolutely incredible. But there were so many pieces to that match outside the ring, inside the ring, in the crowd, like different parts of the arena. You were like, this is fucking, if you could tell me that was the main event of a fucking Survivor Series or WrestleMania or something like that, and I'd be like, yeah, it was that good. And it had you near fall, submission, high flying move. They calmed it down for a little bit to let everyone get back into the match. And then what they did, they fucking built it, and then boom. And what an ending, Michael hitting the submission and becoming the new champ. But that wasn't the end.
No, so obviously congratulations to Michael Oku.
Yes, big shout out to Michael. What a dude to meet.
Yes, what a dude to me. He's a great guy. As I said, he's coming on our show in a couple of weeks. We've got him a buckle up. We can't wait to meet him again. I don't think he's seen the belt since.
No, I'm pretty sure Trent Seven's probably sitting on the London Eye now or something. He ran out of that building quicker than a fart in a calendar. I don't know where he went, but he was gone.
To paint the picture, some of the guys, Shy Samuels, Trent Seven, Luke Jacobs, Leon. I think no Slater wasn't there. There was a couple of other ones
off the roster. Yeah, I
was congratulated him. They went back up the subculture. They went back up the ramp, and then all of it left him and Trent Seven, and bang, clothesline.
Again, mate, they've done this 3 times. They've done this in the show, and all 3 times everyone was like, "Fucking hell." And Trent hit him and all.
He didn't. He
laid him out, mate.
He didn't hang about. Yeah, he absolutely smashed him with a clothesline. Took the belt, and next thing you know, he's on like the impact. He's on the overground somewhere.
He's literally halfway around the central line.
Yeah, I think I've seen a video of him like flying.
Someone tweeted it out, didn't they?
Yeah.
But you could see there was. I think it was a poor little girl or so. It must have been coming back from the toilet. You could see her like, "Oh, there's Trent Seven." He's like, "Get out of the fucking way!" Brilliant. Now, what an ending to a show, though. And again, it makes you want to. It's going to be Michael Oku and Trent Seven are going to have a match. Take my money. I don't care how much you're charging. Take my money.
What do we always say? We said about the start, and then we say about the finish. you want to watch it again.
Yeah.
I mean, we would have watched it again anyway because of the
mate, I've signed up for the 7-day free trial, then the $6.99 a month on Rev Pro's on demand. I'm watching that whole event again.
So just to plug on that for Rev Pro on demand.
Oh, go and get, honestly, get Fight TV $6.99 a month AEW. Yeah, Parker and Dave have that. Go and get Rev Pros on demand, and I'm going to go and watch all their back catalogue. I want to see how this led up to the event that we were at yesterday, and then moving forward. If you're on their website today, they've so many events coming up. They have I think they're very much like like WWE and AEW. They have big events, and they tour the country. I think they're in Portsmouth, Southampton. They're absolutely everywhere, man.
Portland Street as well, and
that's going to be well easy.
We're going to be going back to.
We're going to go to that. Yeah, September the 3rd.
Yeah.
At London 77. Mate, I can't speak highly enough of this company and that show that I saw yesterday. I honestly can't. The whole event, the people that we met there. We got to talk to about our stuff that we're doing. We interacted with loads of new people. Like I say, we met the announcers. We're right behind us. What great guys they are, and they're incredible at what they do. By the way, absolutely incredible. I can't speak highly enough of Rev Pro, mate. And I recommend this company to anyone.
Yeah,
honestly, I haven't had that much fun. And like I say, I went to Money in the Bank last weekend at the O2 Arena.
Yeah,
and watched the Bloodline storyline unfold even more. This was a better. I enjoyed this more.
Yeah, I did. I thought it was great.
Enjoyed this more. And we were at SmackDown Money in the Bank. Whole WWE experience. Don't get me wrong, we're huge WWE guys here, as everyone knows. But for me, mate, they're gonna have to go some to top what I witnessed yesterday, because that was fucking incredible.
It was. So just to run through their quick live event calendar, they're live at the Guild Hall in Portsmouth on the 30th of July. Live in London 76 on the 6th of August. The 13th of August, they're live in Southampton 25. Their 11th year anniversary, the Copper Box Arena. It's the day before All In. It's right after the AEW meeting.
Great booking, by the way. Shit, tons of wrestling fans around. Let's book it.
Exactly that.
Down there for dancing.
3rd of September, live in London 77. Risky Business 2023 in St. Neots on the 24th of September.
It ain't too far from me.
There you go. Live in London 78 on the 1st of October. The British J Cup in Stevenage. May well be taking.
Well, that ain't far. Yeah, I can get there in 45 minutes.
21st of October, Saturday. The next night, they're live in Sheffield in October the 22nd. Bonfire Night live in London 79 for the fireworks, firework display.
But the fireworks, I'm going to Rev Pro. I'm off to Rev Pro.
3rd of December, live in London 80. 10th of December, live in Southampton 20.
This is what I mean. How many events do this company do? It's incredible.
And finally, Seasons Beatings in St. Neots on the 30th of December wraps up the Rev Pro calendar for the year. If you haven't gone and see them, get on their website now and go to revolutionprowrestling.com. Click to the events, choose every single one of them, and buy yourselves a ticket.
Yes, my wife is going to be very pissed off at me because Rev Pro are seeing half my wages quite a lot now. But yeah, Ads, I'm so glad we got to go, mate. I'm so glad we got to sit here and review our first ever Rev Pro review. First time that we've gone to see them. Again, I just want to give a huge congratulations to everyone at Rev Pro. I mean, as we're newcomers to the company. I'd heard of it, I'd heard of Rev Pro. We chat to CJ, who does Ignite. He's always spoke very highly of Rev Pro. We're lucky that, we've got a fair few of the talent coming to our show on July the 23rd. We've got Buckle Up in Boreham Wood. 20 tickets left now. If you want a ticket, you better hurry up.
Can't have any more after that.
Can't have any more. We have nearly 200 people packed into the event at Boreham Wood. But yeah, just kudos to everyone at Rev Pro. I mean, I know a few of the talent have followed us. The ring announcer, I think a few of them, Francesca Oliver, she followed us today on social media. Big thanks to her. Everyone, the entire event, mate. I absolutely loved it. For me, that was professional wrestling. If you had to market and promote professional wrestling, I'd say, here you go. I've got an event for you to watch. Go and watch this entire event. And this is why you'll love professional wrestling if you're new to it.
British
professional wrestling. Honestly, mate, I'm telling you, there ain't many people do it better than what I saw last night, mate. So an absolute pleasure to review it, mate. And I look forward to the next time we go to a Rev Pro event.
September the 3rd.
I'm going to try and squeeze the one in before All In.
I wish I could.
Just don't tell the wife. all right. She probably won't watch this, but it's all right. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks for checking out the Hit in the Turnbuckle podcast. We've got loads coming up this week. You can follow us on Twitter at HTTBuckle. You can find us on YouTube. Just type in the Hit in the Turnbuckle podcast. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We're on Facebook. We're everywhere. Just come and give us a follow, a like. We love meeting some fans yesterday. We got to talk to them about the stuff that we do. They kindly posted about us on social media. We really, really do appreciate it. I met some amazing people at Rev Pro yesterday, just pure diehard wrestling fans. It was good just to be in arena, talk wrestling, have a pint with a couple of the guys and girls, and watch an amazing show. But Rev Pro, kudos to you. 10 out of 10, the show of the year so far. Keep it going. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Hit in the Turnbuckle podcast. I've been your host, Andy Burrows, with my amazing friend and co-host, Mr. Adam Cousins. Till next time, everybody, buckle down. Stay safe.